Hello, this is news reporter Ashley with breaking news. World War II is finally over. After years of hardship, struggle, suffering, and pain, it's finally all gone. Today, we have representatives from 5 different countries all around the world to tell us about what about the challenges they experienced and how their country got over them. First up, we have Charlotte from Australia. Charlotte, please tell us about your country and what happened during the World War II.
In Australia, World War II is finally ended, although we have lost over 30,000 people. The Australian Navy operated in the Mediterranean Sea in 1940 to 1941, helping to win the Battle of Cape Matapan in March 1941. Australian troops fought the Seesaw Battle of North Africa. Australian soldiers during World War II were using a Bren gun. In mid-1941, Australians suffered heavy losses both in the Allied defeats in Greece and Crete in the victories in Levant. Meanwhile, the German general Erwin Rommel was scoring his greatest triumphs in North Africa. Out of these emerged successful Allied defense of Turin, carried out in the substantially in Australia. In April and December in 1941.
Okay, let's all thank Miss Charlotte for that wonderful performance. Second up, we have Jenny from Canada. Jenny, please tell us about the World War and how your country participated in it. Okay, so I'm from Canada, and there were several impacts to my country during the World War II. There was trouble of people having to go and join the Army, Navy, and Air Force. There were several losses on both sides, and many people didn't return. The citizens who didn't go to war had to engage in war production, making weapons and food for soldiers. There were impacts on daily lives all over the country with losses of basic needs such as rations, shelter, money, sanitary items, and safety. Despite all of the trouble, pain, and fear, we Canadians demonstrated resilience, hope, determination, all of those to the suffering. Canada was a part of the British Commonwealth, the Battle of Britain, the Conception Crisis, invasion of France, Ogdensburg Agreement. We even established the Canadian Women's Army Corps, and we also had the formation of the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan. We are all grateful World War II has ended. It's finally over. It's a moment all of us have been waiting for. Canada was part of the Allied troops who won and defeated Germany and the Nazis. We are thankful to have our real lives back and be able to roam freely without hiding in fear. Thank you. Okay, Jenny, that was really good. Okay, let's go to the next speaker, Miss Claire from France, one of my favorite countries. Please start.
First of all, I would like to thank Ashley for having me here, and I would like to talk about France. Our journey begins in 1939. As tension escalates across Europe, France, still reeling from the aftermath of World War I, braces itself for another conflict. On September 1st, German forces invaded Poland, triggering the outbreak of World War II. France, alongside its allies, mobilizes its military defense. However, despite the efforts to fortify its borders, the Germans swiftly overrun France in 1940. The fall of Paris marks a dark chapter in France's history as the nation capitulates to Nazi occupation. But amidst the darkness, a flame of resistance ignites. French citizens across the country join clandestine networks, risking their lives to sabotage the Nazi war machine and aid the persecuted. Meanwhile, in the occupied territories, life under Nazi rule is marked by hardship and repression. The Vichy regime collaborates with the Germans, imposing strict controls and persecuting minority groups. However, even in the darkest hours, hope persists. In 1944, the Allies launched a massive invasion of Normandy, signaling the beginning of the end for Nazi occupation. The liberation of Paris on August 25th sparks scenes of jubilation as French citizens pour out on the streets to celebrate their newfound freedom. Yet, the scars of war run deep. France emerges from the conflict battered and bruised, its cities devastated, and its people mourning the loss of loved ones. The post-war period is one of the reconstruction and reconciliation as France seeks to rebuild and come to terms with the trauma of the past. But amid the rubble, there is resilience. The French people, united in their determination to forge a better future, embrace the promise of peace and prosperity. As the dust settles, a new era dawns for France, one defined by resilience, renewal, and the enduring spirit of the French people. Thank you.
Wow, those were some really brave words from Claire. Now we have a speaker from US by birth country, Jenny.
United States, part of the Allies, played the role of providing significant military supplies and other assistance. Even though World War II started in 1939, the United States started helping in the war in 1941. One of the main attacks done by the Axis was the Pearl Harbor. On the morning of December 7th, 1941, when Japan attacked the US naval base at Pearl Harbor's Hawaii. Surprise attack done by um, about 350 of Japan's aircraft sunk or very badly damaged U.S. naval vessels, including 8 battleships destroyed, damaged U.S. aircraft, and killed about 2,403 men. Many were injured and more perished in the war. Many people were hurt and beaten up and were in depression that the war was going on. It was a they were in a very depression state. And when it finally ended, they were in such happy mood and they were relieved that um all all was brought.
Okay, thank you so much, Jenny. Now, finally, we have a speaker from Great Britain, the UK, England, whatever you want to call it, Kathleen. Kathleen, please tell us about your country and how engaged in the World War II.
Hello, I'm Kathleen, reporting on the events that happened in Great Britain during the Second World War.
Guys, Kathleen has a bit of a sore throat, but you guys might want to wait a bit. It's fine. Technical issues.
During the war, Great Britain faced a significant challenge, including food rationings, bombing raids, and the evacuation of children from cities to the countryside. Despite the hardships, the English people remained resilient and united in their efforts to defeat the Nazi Germany. The end of the war brought a sense of relief and hope for a better future, but it also marked the beginning of a long period of rebuilding and recovery for the country. The English people felt a mix of emotions, including exhaustion, pride, and a desire for social change. The war had a significant impact on daily life, and many people had lost loved ones or experienced trauma. However, the country emerged from the war with a renewed sense of purpose and a de- determination to build a better future.
Okay, wow. So many representatives from 5 countries, yet they've poured so much knowledge, heart, and time into all of this. Let's take a minute to thank all our representatives, Claire, Zoe, Jenny, Charlotte, and Kathleen for all that they've gone through, and thanking them for making enough time to see us today. So this is Ashley reporting off duty. Bye bye.
And also, before we go off, we all would like to thank Ashley because it all happened because of her. So thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Ashley.
Okay. Bye bye. See you next time.